Thank you so much. So عصر شما بخیر و صبح هم از سویتزرلند همونجوری که احمد رضا گفتن. I'm very happy to actually to present Colivar to you, and Colivar has a visions of democratizing wealth management for every woman. Before I would go to the pitch deck, I would like to actually to start rapidly introduce myself. I am a fund manager and I'm running my own asset management firm regulated in Switzerland, and I am a board member of the Manco in Luxembourg. Academically, I studied electrical engineering as my bachelor, which then I moved to mathematics, econometrics. And Karen is the co-founder of the Colivar, and we are both part of the Swiss FinTech ladies. And academically, we are active in Vienna and Switzerland. So going to the pitch deck, Colivar is addressing the problem of women saving 38% less for their retirement compared with men. The problem arises through our pay gap that we have in our life, through our career life, and also is the crisis of the confidence when it comes for the women and financial matter, which mostly has been seen as the masculine problem. And also for the women is about 67% of the women. When it comes to the wealth managers, they will just look down at them. And the statistics shows that 70% of us are moving our banks or asset managers after separations or losing our partner. The way that the Colivar addressing this problem is creating a second income for women. How are we going to do that one? We have a technology approach and a regulatory approach, because we are regulated under the FINMA, which is the license that we are carrying proudly. And the way that we are doing it, we are using the generative AI in order to first discover the women when it comes to the investment profile, when it comes to the challenges and goals. And then we will set up the financial journey for every woman, not only based on her desire, but based on her situations that we assess. And then we will just providing the investment product, providing the financial literacy, and then providing a tracker for her that as any time that her lifestyle changes, that the financial journey for her is actually changing. And on the front end for the user, we providing a intelligent KYC, which is based on the chat that the users goes to our platform. And then through the chat, we will assess the user persona, that what type of persona is that one. And then after that, we will creating a customized dashboards for each user. On that one, we are providing the financial literacy, which is customized for her, and then customized based on the investment profile and based on the financial goals and where she's sitting at this stage of her life. On the regulatory views, we are using the KYC that we are using on an independent asset management firm, and then we are going through the investment profile that is contained the risk capabilities, risk assessments, and suitability tests. And on the back end, we are using the supervised machine learning techniques in order to understand the personas and come up with the better ideas for her financial goal achievements and investment products. So the platform has on the front end, as you can see, is the AI chat, so with the Q&As. And then as the middle part on the dashboards is the risk appetite and is the risk capabilities, which not all the personas are aware of the differentiation between those ones, but we will assess them with the supervised machine learnings that when the wealth accumulations and then the know-how is actually augmented, then we will just go to the risk appetite and we will create the new investment horizon for the user. On top of that one, we will just providing the educations, providing the financial product, which is the best suited for the user, and our watch list is the word. And at this stage, we are providing the funds mainly. So for us, it's the perfect timing because the women's wealth is changing. Women have more wealth in hands. At the other hand, our lifestyle has been changing. the parenthood, the education and contributions to the household finances. And there is a trust crisis at this stage. After Credit Suisse actually went bankrupt, that then majority of the people are moving out of the big financials and looking for the independent advisor and wealth managers in order to actually to trust and take control of the finances. So today we have at the MVP stage, we still have some tractions. We have about 550 women on our waiting list. With a conversion rate of the 17%, we set up the strategic partnerships with the VP Bank, is the private bank in Switzerland, that after that we can provide the digital onboarding for the women who they don't have access to the private bank, and IMD as our access to the experts. And our product, as I mentioned, is at MVP stage, and we are using the FINMA license, and we are reiterating the MVP as we are making a closed beta testing at this stage. So we are addressing a faster growing market that is about 20 billion private wealth in Switzerland and EU for women only. And our competitors, we are the only regulated inside out. That means that we are in the market that addressing outside, and we are using the technology for the wealth management to democratizing it as the technology has been democratized by the generative AI. And we are actually looking to raise about 400,000 in order to reiterate our MVP, and this is the pre-seed level to go to the market. And the monetizations level goes to the subscriptions level, that the subscriptions is for the intelligence KYC and then setting up the dashboards for each users. And then when it goes to the digital onboarding with our partner banks, then we are using a fees as a 0.5 basis points as a total assets under advisory. And then there are the ladies that they want us to actually to help them manage their assets, which we're providing 1% all-inclusive asset under management. So that is to going to the product market fit, and that's where we are at this stage. And I have the financial projections for you, but I put a couple of as a test case that then we are providing a different profile for the women. This is what the woman will see after the chats. And then she can also start it by bringing the financial goals. Then we will assess what type of investor she is and how she can actually achieve the financial goals. And we will come up with the tips with the help of our technology, and then we will just navigating the financial journey as the life is changing. So this is the end of my presentation, so I'm ready to take your questions.
So we have 2 minutes for Q&A. If you have any question, please raise your hand.
Hey, thank you very much for everything. You had a very clean presentation. I really thank for that. So I have one question. You are providing a gender-specific service, which means that, if I understood correctly, that you are providing services only to women. Do you face any backlash or any negative comments from the society or from your third parties like banks or universities or whatever else about having just very specific product for one gender? Thanks.
Absolutely correct. So the product per product is not exclusive. What is exclusive is the investment product that is matched with more women need. I made more than 200 interviews with women personally, and the way that we as a women invest is different from the way that the men invest. So we are more conservative. We are looking for the product which is more goes through the impact and sustainability. So Colivar is a wealth management platform that can actually address the whole users. But then investment product, it depends on type of the persona. And yes, I have receiving a mixed messages. You mentioned about the banks as a partners. Actually, banks in Switzerland, which I know at the moment, they are mainly focused on the women. Because as I just presented to you, the women wealth is changing and inheriting more, and the women knowledge in Switzerland, they are really behind. And I'm in Zurich, but when you go to Lugano, it's even behind Zurich. So from the bank and institution part, I receive very positive feedback. When it comes to the startup and pitching, and actually the people who approach me, why can I not as a man using your platform? So this is more something that I don't want to be on the female side forever, but in order to start somewhere small and niche and get the product to the market, I started by the women, and there is a plan to go to the family, because we are providing the tax declarations, which in Switzerland is very important because we have our own tax declarations. So with that one is the family process, and then after that, hopefully that we open for the main market. Okay. If I answer your questions correctly.
Thank you. Any other question? Yeah, that's the last question.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the presentation. I love what you're doing. I love the company. I think it has a great future. We'd love to touch back on the revenue stream models. So from a customer perspective, what do they have to pay? And do they pay the subscription models and the fees at the same time? Could you just please elaborate on that? Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. It means a lot to me. So yes, the way that we plan at this stage is to have one subscription model that they pay annually. And then if they don't want to pay the subscription model, if they do have their own bank or private bank asset managers, which they have their financial advisor and access to the wealth managers, we can double check for them and providing benchmarking. So the subscription model goes for the women, which till today, they did not have access to the wealth manager and to private bank. So we're providing that one. And then we are thinking about between, this is just a rough idea with the tax, with intelligence onboarding, with the product suggestions, and with the setting up the financial life journey for her to have access to that one. We are thinking about 2,000 Swiss francs per year. But then if it goes that she will say that I wanted to have exclusive access to the wealth management side, I'm happy with my bank, then we are providing the 0.5 basis points asset under advisory from Colivar, because we don't manage asset directly at this stage. However, for the women that they inherited or they separated, they have the lump sum, which they're looking for the trusted partner, independent, regulated with the know-how, then we are serving them as more like a wealth manager, asset under management, which we are charging 1% all-inclusive fees, tax declaration, intelligent onboarding, product suggestions, and having access to wealth manager, like what we are doing for ultra-high net worth individuals.